Well, that's a good win for our guys. We've got a long ways to go. It's almost like I have a crystal ball and kind of a fortune teller that I said a month ago, games we're in are going to be a battle all the way to the end. And we don't run the football well enough to put ourselves in position to extend leads. We're throwing the ball very average. Our protection is not worth bragging about, and our run blocking is just kind of average. So we're really got a lot of work ahead of us. We put a new lineman in. Mike Wilson was playing today on offense for the first time, and I think he did okay without watching the tape. But we do fine on defense, but they're out there so much, they're exposed because we're not very effective on offense, and so we're really vulnerable. Special teams coverage units were really good today. We'll have to work hard and continue in that area, but punt coverage, punts, kickoff coverage, they've improved over the last couple weeks, which is very important in these games. And Robbie came up with a really nice scheme on kick return this week, and it worked, and it was very well blocked. And then, of course, when Tyreek gets in the open field, it's really difficult to catch him. So that's kind of where we're at. We got a long ways to go, but at least we're leaving here with a win.
They avoided kicking Tyreek for the most part, most of the game. Got to be thankful that they decided to kick their team.
Sure, yeah, we were struggling on offense so much, and I'm guessing the one before they kicked it, and he caught it, and his momentum carried him in the end zone, and then they had the offsides, and I guess they thought, I don't know what they thought, but yeah, it's the first time they kicked to him.
Mike, considering the games that are coming up, it's a lot tougher from here on out when offense really starts. How do you feel heading into that?
Well, pretty much the way I just said. We're a very inexperienced team, and we're not explosive. We probably average 4 yards or less running the football today, which makes it difficult for us to throw the football. And there's times we're out there on defense, and I'm looking and I count 5 and 6 true freshmen or freshmen on the field at once. And they're getting a little better. They're improving. Missed assignments are going down. Hoping that we can keep them fresh and healthy and kind of fight through this middle of October run here. These young players, we don't have much depth. We still miss some guys. We didn't have Lampkin, we didn't have Larry Stevens, guys that at least have a little experience and give us some depth. So hopefully we can get those guys back soon and kind of help our football team from a depth standpoint, try to keep some players fresh.
Mike, is your lack of running, does that just kind of overshadow everything, your inability to really consistently get yards?
Right, we had 3 new linemen. Now we had a 4th new lineman in there, and so we're just kind of trying to do the best we can to find a way to run the football effectively, and we're just average at it right now. We just got to keep working. They're getting a little better, but it just takes them a little bit of time.
Mike, the fumble that Jackson had, throw, kind of fumbled it forward. Did you consider reviewing it? Could you have asked for a review there? It looked like he might have been thrown.
There was so much time between that play, they probably had reviewed it 3 to 4 times themselves. And the reviews now are set up that if you ask for it, it's about a 99% chance it's not going to get overturned. And there was so much time between that play that they had looked at it, and I don't know what caused it, but there was a long delay before we got to the next play, and so I knew they looked at it multiple times. And on the replay, I couldn't tell, so I thought it would be inconclusive anyway. And to me, I said, nah, they could call that a fumble.
How frustrating is it to watch this offense kind of putter along like it has when you've had in the past so many prolific offenses?
Well, it's not really frustrating. It's just hard for us to adjust to so many new players, and so a better word would be, having to use a lot of patience. We have to be really patient to avoid frustration as they develop. And we knew that going in. We knew kind of what the situation would be, and so we have to try to keep working and get them a little better each week.
You're still sort of searching for ways to use Tyreek. You didn't run him, right? You threw the ball to him some. Is this still sort of a work in progress? How much of that maybe is him kind of being comfortable in certain ways?
I both, you know, and one thing we're trying to do is try to keep him somewhat fresh. He works on all the return units in practice and in games, and he runs wide receiver routes, runs tailback routes, and there's a lot of learning involved. And his capacity is good, but you know, we're trying to kind of find ways to get him the ball, but also protect him, and he's pretty valuable in a return game for us right now. It's a little more difficult than we'd want it to be, just based on kind of where we are on offense right now.
At what point do you think he's gone on that return?
Well, when he got in the open field, even if there's people in front of him, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess somebody could tackle him, but chances are they won't. I mean, he just moves so fast. It's hard to really get a feel for how fast he's coming at you. You know, if you were a defender and he was over there by that door, you know, there's just a natural feel for where to go to tackle him, and he's so much faster than everybody else. It's just hard to corral him and kind of get a feel for what angle to take to tackle him.
Josh Furman's value to your team.
Mhm.
He's got more sacks than anybody's had already this year since 2011. He makes a big pick at the end for you today.
We're just thrilled that he decided to come here, and he's been a great person. He's learned the system. He's a good leader, and he's an example of an experienced player. Okay, he transferred here because he couldn't get any playing time where he was at, and he wanted to transfer somewhere where he thought he could get on the field and play. And you take him compared to one of the freshmen that are out there, and here's the difference. This guy's been in college football for 4 years. He's experienced, and he understands what's going on. You can take a freshman out there that may have more ability, and he's somewhat lost because he's just not used to playing.
If you're going to do a list of this season top 5 MVPs, is he on the top 5?
I think he would be, sure. He's made a number of plays. I mean, he's been around and made big plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Now, all that said, did he mess up the coin toss?
Well, I don't know. You know, you learned a good lesson there. You have two people that are giving them information, and it's worded differently. And so ultimately, it's my fault because I'm the one that makes the decision. And it's interesting how those things happen. The good news is we didn't give him the ball twice. That has happened before. So somebody said, well, he took the ball. I was like, yeah, it's all right. It's not a big deal. But if you end up declining it and they take it twice, then it's not as fun. So that's another area that we have to come up with an answer, because you just would assume that it was all going to go the way it should. But when you're communicating with young people that have a lot going on, sometimes it always doesn't work that way.
How would you describe the emotion on your sidelines right before firing and returning right after? Day and night?
Well, considering, you know, we're just sitting there blah. Offense is fine. The communication's fine between the coaches and the players. But when you go for an extended period of time and you don't have success, you know, we really have to do a good job as coaches of motivating, because the players, they kind of get blah, and you know, he certainly lights a fire. You know, he returns, and now everybody's excited again. Defense gets a little flow. They can go out and get a stop. Offense gets a first down and lets us run 2 more minutes off the clock. Did anybody else see that? We got that first down and the clock went to 30 instead of 40. Or is it just me? I thought maybe I was losing my mind. They said it went to 40, and I was like, okay. Because that's all I do is watch the clock anymore, you know. So,
How big was Ogden today? Have you seen anything different?
you know, I watch quite a bit of the defense, but again, I'm listening to offense and kind of involved and hearing what they have to say, so I don't watch it as close as I will tomorrow. But they made it sound like he really made some nice plays today.
What does he mean to this team?
Well, he's a mature player. He's been around a while, and you know, he's strong and he's a leader. And you know, we had a lot of guys like him last year. And that's what you have at different positions. Mature guys that understand our system. They understand traveling on the road. They're strong. They're physical. They don't get tired. That's really kind of what he brings to the table.
How do you think Max handled this first game in a different setting?
Well, I don't think he played very good. I don't know if it was here or if it could have been on Jupiter. I don't know what that factor was. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know if that was a factor or not. I just thought he played real average.
Mike, you're halfway home at this point. I guess it's safe to say that you feel like you're going to play a lot better second half from this point forward.
We got to play a lot better just to win next week, and in each game. I mean, and obviously, Kansas is, really struggled on offense and made some plays today, but it was caused because our offense couldn't stay on the field, and we put our defense on the field too much. If we play just average, then they're not on the field as much, and they probably don't have the success that they had. Now, Kansas plays better on defense than what people think, and they've done it for a number of years. They have good schemes and they a little bit different looks, and they understand them, and they make some decent plays. Their corners cover the deep ball well. So we knew coming in that this could have very well been as good a defense as we've played this year, with the exception of the first game. I mean, somebody's decision to make, and it doesn't make a difference to me, but we felt like they could be every bit as good as whoever we played other than the first team, and that's just a lot based on that first team